Okay, guys, hi. This is your teacher, Ms. Fitchorn, and we are going to be watching a video on how to make your architectural photography triptych. Now, this should be pretty familiar for you because you've made plenty of these art canvases before, where you are just creating an artboard by going File New in Photoshop, and you're placing 3 photos, and then you're going to use the text tool to put your name as the photographer. Now, as a reminder, you can choose photos you already have in your camera. Like this student went to Europe and she found 3 castles that she liked, and I let her use that because that's architecture. You might want to focus on 3 pics of different buildings in the same style like this student did here, or you may want to choose 3 different shots of the same building. So like maybe a window, a roof line, and a door or something. You can walk around your neighborhood, you can have your parents or you drive yourself somewhere as a way to get out of the house to find different cool architecture. But you can use your cell phone, and I'm going to be using photos I took in Chinatown. Let's see, it was probably last fall when we went into Chinatown with the FITM students for a tour of FITM. So I'm going to go ahead and lead you through this just in case you forgot. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Photoshop, and I'm going to go File, and I'm going to go New. And don't worry, I'll give you a tutorial if you don't have Photoshop. There'll be a separate video for that. Okay, I am going to go ahead and name this, as always, you guys should know by now, last name, first initial, underscore. Triptych is spelled like trip, like don't be tripping, and then tick is like Tych, T-Y-C-H, triptych. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and guess that if each one of my photos is approximately 4 inches wide, 4 times 3, I need 3 photos. 4 times 3 is 12, plus the gutters and the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with maybe 16 inches. And I know my photos are square, and I know they're 4x4s. So obviously 4 inches isn't enough for the header and footer. So I'm going to go ahead and do 6 inches. And that's just a guesstimation. You guys know you can adjust it by using the crop tool, and I'm going to hit create. And then what I'm going to just do from there is I'm going to go ahead and pull in my photos and see which ones I want to use. Now I'm pulling them off my desktop, and I don't want to use that one, so let me go ahead and minimize Photoshop and go ahead and pull in the ones I actually want to use. Okay, I really enjoy this photo. Okay, and I'm going to scale it down. Let me zoom out a bit so you can see what I'm doing. And I want to make sure that there's equal distance above the top and on the sides. And what you guys can do is go and put view and view your rulers. And then when you see the rulers up at the top, it's a gray ruler and a gray ruler to the left of your artboard. Remember that you can left click in the ruler area and drag, 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 drag down and release. And I know that this is telling me that it's a 0.4, not quite 0.5, not quite half an inch from the top, and that's fine for me. And then I want to make sure that the side's the same, so I'm going to keep dragging till it says I'm 0.4. It's a little bit big, but I'll go ahead and let go. All right, and then you would just want to measure your gutters in between each one of these photos. Should be exactly from this point here. We should just add up that we want 0.4, which would be 4.9. Okay, and you can use these little marks up here to measure, or just do the math yourself. So there's one photo in, and then I'm going to go ahead and put another photo in. And I know I need to get it right there. And I know it needs to line up with the other photo there, and it's approximately 4x4. Good. All right, hit return to hit enter. And then the final one is, I like this one with the Chinese lanterns. And I'm just going to go ahead, and I know that again mine are 4x4s because I pre-sized them, and they come in a little bit bigger, but I'm going to also make sure I grab my rulers. I want to make sure I've got almost that 1/2 inch space in the gutters. It's too big. It's like snapping. If you guys find your rules are snapping too much, you guys can go into your view and make them so they unsnap. Okay. Yeah, they're a little snappy. So I'm going to just ignore that, and I'm going to go up and see what's up with the snap. So see how it's saying the rulers are snapping in my view. I'm up in my view, and it says my rulers are on, but they're snapping. I don't like snappy rulers, so I'm going to try one more time to get that perfect point for. It's right about there. And that's a little bit small. Let's try one more time. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, it looks a little bit big this time, but you guys can take more time on this. But notice that I've got canvas left over, and maybe you don't have enough canvas. I don't know if you made your canvas big enough. So my suggestion to you is that you use the crop tool. You guys know how to do this. Your crop tool is up here, and it looks like this. And you're going to, now you have to pre-crop your photos before bringing them in. And I don't care if they're horizontal, vertical, or square. I really don't care, you guys. Do whatever you want. And then now I just know I need my name. So I'm going to use the text tool. And I'm going to type down here. Ooh, that's big. And it has to be black ink. So remember, when you scroll over your text, you can change the color here. Has to be black ink. And I would prefer you to use a sans serif typeface, which would be things without the cute little feetsies and tails, the fancy little strokes. That's just too playful for a serious architectural project. I'm going to go ahead and choose, there might be different typefaces in your sample. Avenir is always a good one. Helvetica. I have this one called Atom that I kind of like. And I'm going to take the size down. Remember, your point size is up here at the top. Let's go ahead and try for maybe half that. Yeah, that looks good. And I want to make sure that as I grab the move tool, that I have my name so that the last letter of my name is in alignment with the edge of the photo. And you want to place your name either more towards the bottom if you like the way that looks overall as a composition, or maybe up close and nested up to the top. I prefer it to be down here, but I definitely like it to be in alignment with that edge. That's something you'll learn in my graphic design class. You never want to place text arbitrarily. And then we're good. So then I'm going to go File, Save As. And I'm going to save it as both a PSD and submit that into the drive. And then I'm also going to go File, Save As, JPEG, and save that into your drive. All right. And that's it. Now, if you don't have Adobe for Photoshop, I'm going to give you a couple more alternatives. You can make this in Google Slides, or you can cut and paste you can actually print out your photos from CVS or Walmart right now, and you can just put them on a whiteboard. So I'll make a video of that for you as well. Toodaloo, folks, and I will see you on the other side of this pandemic. Okay, bye.